I'm at the end of my 4-week period with the CKM, the Continuous Ketone Monitor by Sibio, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a review. So I originally thought I would only use one, because one lasts 2 weeks, so this is obviously the second one to make it 4 weeks in total. I thought 2 weeks would be enough for me to test the different foods, to test my ketogenic diet, what works for me and what doesn't. But I found it was only really towards the end of the 2 weeks that I started to get a consistent ketosis level. It was because I didn't understand how my body responded to a ketogenic diet very well. I was really trying to do what I thought was right, but because everybody's different, you don't actually know how your body is responding until you've got a sensor that shows you when you're kicked out of ketosis. And the app is literally so simple to use because there's nothing much to it. You can also keep a record of what you're eating. You can take photographs and upload those so you can look back and understand the patterns and how your body responded to the different foods. But also the sensor is very easy to attach to your arm. It's a little pinprick, it's not painful, and it comes with really great instructions. So it's very easy to figure those out as well. And it stays on your arm for weeks. You can do everything with it on. And what I learned over the first 2 weeks was that I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't eating often enough, and I was eating too much protein and not enough fat. And this is all also done with the help of my sister, who's a dietitian. So when I go out of ketosis, and I think there's no reason I haven't had carbohydrates, I don't understand why, she'd say to me, when did you last eat? What did you eat? And we figured out through a process of elimination what I was doing wrong. And when I made those corrections, I then started to stay in ketosis. So with the next 2 weeks of ketosis, my aim was now to try and stay in a level ketosis state. So basically staying between the lines of a ketosis state and not dropping below, not fat burning. I wanted to understand my body. I wanted to know that what I needed to do to stay in those levels. But there were times I just wanted to, have a beer or do something that was social with my friends or whatever. So I wasn't particularly too strict, but that's because of the way I live my life. I believe that, life is to be enjoyed, and I wanted to do it like that. But I feel so confident about how to do a ketogenic diet. I've definitely lost weight. My energy is good, but I also take a supplement that helps with that. So it's hard to tell if the ketogenic diet helped with my energy, but I just generally feel better. I feel better in my clothes. I feel more comfortable going for a walk or even trying to run again because I had to stop running for a period during perimenopause. But I also think when you're aiming for something like a ketogenic diet and you're really putting effort into yourself, you also are more motivated to do other things for yourself, like exercise, for example, and have a good sleep routine and buy a bit of food types at the shop. Be more conscious about what you're eating overall so you have a good diet. And one thing I just want to reiterate again is just that the help of a dietitian was incredibly valuable. So if you could do this with a dietitian or a nutritionist, I think you'll get a lot more out of it. If not, make sure you do the research, make sure you eat well, because you don't want to just stick with one or two little food types that keep you in ketosis, but don't actually supply your body with the nutrition it needs. And I just think it was such a great exercise. I will definitely do it again, maybe in another few months. And I'm definitely going to keep with this ketosis or this ketogenic diet to an extent, while also still having some fun in my life. I hope that's helpful. Feel free to send any questions to me, but also the people at Sibio are very helpful. So you can also email them. You'll probably get a more accurate answer.